Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is a demonstration of the third paper, Specimen paper 2020, that includes two main components, data analysis, and we will do it using Microsoft Excel, and website authoring, we will do it using HTML and CSS. You need for every exam to read the instructions carefully. And then let's move directly to our first task. Before that, you need to check your computer for the following source files. If you have them all, you can proceed with the first task, evidence document. Create a document in a word processing application. Make sure your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page by placing these details in the header. So I'll open Microsoft Word, open a blank document, double click the header, and from the design tab add 3-column header. Type your name to the left, the center number in the middle, and your candidate number to the right. Close header and footer. Save the document in your work area with the name evidence followed by your candidate number, for example, evidence 9999. So from file, save as, locate your work area folder, for example in the desktop I will save my file. Okay, and I will create a new folder and name it Specimen 2020 paper 3. Open it, save the file as evidence underscore 0017, which is my candidate number, and then click save. You will need your evidence document during the examination to display images, text, and screenshots when required. Okay, task number 2 is data analysis. We normally need Microsoft Excel to do this task. Actually, it's not a must, but because Microsoft Excel is the most popular spreadsheet software, we will use it to do the data analysis task. First, open and examine the files TTS staff and TTS branches.csv in a spreadsheet application. So from the source file, I will open the branches and also the staff. Okay, just to examine these, in the branches file we have 2 columns, one for the branch code and another one for the branch name. We will use this as a lookup table for the VLOOKUP. The other file contains 4 columns, the given name, family name, branch code, and the sales column. Save the branches file, this one, as a spreadsheet with the name TTS analysis underscore followed by your center number and candidate number, like this, for example. So from file, save as, locate your folder in the desktop and save it as TTS analysis underscore MY963, this is the center number, underscore 0017, and don't forget to change the CSV file to Excel workbook in order for the features of Excel to be fully applied to the workbook. The second step is to save the file as a spreadsheet, the stuff file, with this name, TTS sales followed by your name, center number, and candidate number, for example like this. From file again, save as, desktop, locate your folder, and this time we will save it as TTS sales underscore MY963 underscore 0017, and again do not forget to change to Excel workbook type and then save. Okay, in the file TTS analysis spreadsheet, do the following steps. Place your name, center number, and candidate number centered aligned in the footer of the page. How to view the footer and header? From View tab, you can select the page layout view, and now you see the header and the footer. As per the question, we need to add it to the footer in the center. So type your name, comma, the center number, comma, the candidate number. Click inside the worksheet here, and you can revert back to the normal view. In cell C1, add the text branch sales. Just add the text branch sales. Insert a new row above row number 1. Click right on the first row and then click insert. A new row will be inserted above the first row. Merge the cells A1, T1. Select A1 to C1 like this, and from Home tab, click Merge and Center. In the merged cell, add the text TTS Sales 2019. Format the merged cells so that the text is center aligned with a red 24-point serif font. Center, it's already centered. Red from here, 24 points from this list, and serif font, let's change it to Times New Roman, like that. It has a green fill. The fill is from this icon here. You can choose green. It has a solid black border. The borders are from here, so you can just use outside borders. I prefer to make a thick one so it appears well in the printout. Wrap the text in cell A2, and so this is A2 and this is C2. In order to select C2, you need to press Ctrl on the keyboard, and then you click Wrap Text. Format cells A2 to C2 bold. So select from A2 until C2 and make it bold, centered horizontally and vertically. From here, the alignment, this is the center horizontally and center vertically from here. Adjust cell widths so that all data is, you can do that just by click in between the headers of the columns, and you can drag to expand the width as you like. Save the file. Just click this icon here. Okay, now let's move to the second file, which is the sales spreadsheet. Place your name, center number, and candidate number center aligned in the header. From View tab, click Page Layout. In the header center, put your name, center number, and candidate number. Click inside this page and revert back to the normal view. In cell E1, enter the text branch. This is cell E1. Enter the text branch. In cell E2, enter a function to use the branch code to look up the branch from the TTS analysis file. So it's time to use VLOOKUP now. Okay, to retrieve the branch name from this file here based on this code. So in cell E2, we will type the formula. Let me zoom in. Equal VLOOKUP. The first thing is the lookup value, which is this one here, C2, comma, the table array. The table array is in the second file, so I will switch to the second file and select the table array, which is this array, comma, the column index number. You see in the table that we have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. We need the second column to be retrieved to our sheet. This is why I will type for the column index number the number 2, comma. The last one is the type of matching. Is it approximate or exact? Mostly we use false to indicate exact matching. And then we close the bracket. In here you see that $sign is added in front of each item in the reference number of the table to make it static. Then click enter. Replicate this formula for each member of staff. Point to the bottom right corner until you see the black cross and double click. Save the file. Okay, come now to the first printout. Print only the data for Almere and Amsterdam branches showing the formula. So we have a filter and we need to show the formula, not the values. Then we need to make it landscape orientation. If we show the formula, we need to show the row and column headings. And the last point, the content of the cells must be fully visible. And don't forget to show the name, center number, and candidate number in the header or the footer. We actually have done that in the two files. So the first thing is the filter. I will switch on the filter from the Home tab, editing group, and then open this list to switch on the filter. From branch column, deselect all and select only these two branches, Almere and Amsterdam. You see now that all the other branches have been hidden. The second point, showing the formula. From Formulas tab, click this icon. Then orientation is landscape. From page layout, change the orientation to landscape. Row and column headings are displayed. Again, from page layout, page setup, you see here a small arrow. Just press it and go directly to the sheet tab and tick the last option in the print group here. Click OK. The last thing, the contents of the cells are fully visible. You just need to double click the header of each column like this, and it will make it suitable enough for the content. Okay, come now to print, but I prefer, before doing any print in Microsoft Excel, to view the sheet in the page break preview to check how many pages do you have. You see here that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, but no need for these 4 pages. So you can use these sliders here to decrease the number of pages. I will move this down, and now I have only 1 page for the sheet. So click normal, and now start printing. File, print. Before you do the printing, check that everything is set up properly. You see here I have my name at the top, and the headings of the columns and the rows are shown. The formula is shown, and all the data is fully visible, and the orientation is landscape. So click print. Locate your folder in the desktop, this one. I will save it as printout number 1, PO1. Keeping the data in ascending order of branch, sort the TTS sales data so that the sales for the members of staff in the branch are in descending order. So we have two sortings here. The branch will be sorted ascendingly, and the sales will be sorting descendingly. In order to do the sorting, I need first to switch off the filter so I can see all the data, and I will switch off also the formulas. And now you can click in the middle of the table and Control A to select the table like this, and then from Home tab go to Sort and Filter, click Custom Sort. The first sort is based on the branch. Ascending means from A to Z. Add another level from here, and this time choose sales. Make it from largest to smallest, as it is required to be descending. Then click OK. You see now that the branches are sorted starting from Almere, then Amsterdam, and so on. And inside each branch we can notice that the cells are sorted from the biggest to the smallest. Save the file. The second printout, print the data for Naples and Porto branches. Let's do the filter first. Home tab, filter, and then the branches Deselect all and select only these two branches, Naples and Porto. Then click OK. The orientation is portrait. Page layout, change the orientation to portrait. Showing the values, we did that from formulas, and we switch off the show formula icon. The row and column headings are not displayed, so you need to check that from the page layout in the settings of the page. Go to sheet and untick this option. Click OK. The contents of the cells are fully visible. You can just double click each column, or you can adjust using the mouse by clicking and dragging the column to increase its width. Now do the print out and make sure that the name and the center number and the candidate number are there on every page. Before that, as I told you, check the View tab for page break to check how many pages do you have. We have only one page. This is good. And from Normal, go to File, Print. Check the print preview page here before you do the print. The name is up there. The values are shown, not the formula. No row column headings, and it's portrait. Print. This time I will name it PO2 and save. Go back to the TTS analysis spreadsheet and do the following steps. Number one, sort the data so the branches are in ascending order. So I will select the data first, like this. From Sort and Filter, Custom Sort, choose Sort by Branch and make it A to Z, then OK. In cells C3 to C12, enter functions to calculate the total sales for each branch. So the total we can use sum, but because we need it for each branch separately, sum will not work. So I will use another version of sum called SUMIF. Okay, before we start doing the SUMIF function, we need to go to the sales file and switch off the filter to view all data. From here, switch off, and now you can start doing the SUMIF function. In cell C3, type equal sum if bracket, three things: the range, the criteria, and the sum range. The first range is to determine which branch do we want. The second range is the sales range. So let me check, or let me select first the range of the branches. From this file here, I will select all branches like this. Then I type comma. Which branch do I need? This one here in B3. So this is the criteria, comma. Which sum range do we need? It's in the other file, the sales range. So I will select it from here until the end of the column, like this. Then you close the bracket and you hit enter. So you see this number indicating the sales for Almira branch. So double click to replicate for the other branches, like this. Save the file. Now print out number 3. Print the spreadsheet showing the formula. So from formulas, switch on the formula icon. Orientation landscape. Page layout, change to landscape. Row and column headings are displayed. From page setup here, go to sheet and make sure that this option is ticked. The contents are fully visible. Double click each column to show everything, and now it's time to print. Before that, from view, let's check how many pages do we have. From here we have 2 pages. I think we can move the slider to make it only 1 page, like this. So now it's 1 page. Go to normal view, and from file, print. Let us check how many pages. It's 1 page. the name is showing at the bottom of the page, and the headings of the columns and rows are shown. Formula is shown, and all the data is fully visible, so you can print. PO3. Okay, print out number 4. We need to do the same thing, but this time we need to switch off the formula and show only the values. So from this file I will hide the formula. Formulas tab, switch off this icon. Portrait orientation from page layout. Row and column headings are not displayed from here. Sheet tab and switch off this. Contents are fully visible. Double click each column. I think we still have a space on this page, so we can expand a little bit the column widths. The table is centered horizontally on the page. You can do that from the page setup, but this time we will choose margins and check center on page horizontally. And now do the print out and make sure that the name, center number, and candidate number are there. Let's check first the page break. I have one page. Normal, file, print. Check that all the features are applied. Name is here. No row column headings. It's portrait. No formulas are shown, and the data is fully visible. Click print, and this time name it PO4. Click save. Extract only those branches with sales greater than 4 million. So extract means filter. Switch on the filter, and from branch sales take only those branches that are 4 million or above. This one here, this, and this. Okay. Print out number 5. Print the extracted data, so we need the values, not the formulas. Make sure that the formula is switched off. Portrait orientation, just check. It's already portrait. Row and column headings are not displayed. Just check again from sheet. It's okay. The contents are fully visible. Double click each column, or you can just expand it as you like. The table is centered horizontally on the page. I think it is set up from the previous step. Let's check again. From margins, already set up. So now do the print out. From view, check the pages. One page, normal, view, file, print. All the features are applied. Then click print and name it PO5. Create and fully label a chart to compare the data for all branches. We need to show all branches first, so let me switch off the filter. In order to compare the branches, you need to select these two columns, the branch name and the branch sales. From insert, just add this chart. We need it to be fully labeled, so it's better to add the label for the x-axis and the label for the y-axis. From this plus sign, you can show axis titles and change this one here in the X, change this one to branch or branch names, and change the y-axis to branch sales. One more thing that we can show also is the data labels to show the number above each of these bars for each branch. Before we print, I prefer to click on the wall of the chart and make the color black or automatic or all the chart like this, so it will be clear on the printout. Now it's time to print. So select only the chart, go to File and Print. You see that only the chart will be printed as you selected from here. Print selected chart. But the name, the center number, and the candidate numbers are not shown on this chart. So how you can do this? From page setup here, you can go to header and footer. So I will click custom footer, and in the center of the footer I will type my name, comma the center number, comma the candidate number, and then I click OK. OK again. You see that now the name is shown. You can proceed with the printout. Change the name to P06 and click Save. So we've done with this. Let's move to the next one. In cell B13, add the text total sales and format it as bold. Let me delete this one. We no longer need it. B13 is here. So I will put this text in B13 and change it to bold. In cell C13, insert a formula to calculate the total of branch sales. So here I want the total for all of these, just normal sum function equal sum bracket, and select all of them. Close the bracket, hit enter. Format the value as bold, so select it and make it bold. In cell D2, add the text target sales, wrap and center the text and format it as bold. Put the text target sales, wrap text and make it bold. In cell D13, insert a formula to increase the value of the total sales by a percentage. The percentage is not determined, so you need to use trial and error to work out the smallest percentage increase necessary to reach a target sales value of 50 million. So in cell D13 here, I will try to figure out what is the increase in percentage to this number in order to make it 50 million. So I will try first to use 1% increase, type equal C13 times 1.01, this is 1%, click enter. Then double click to show the full number. So it's now 40 million, so it is still too small. So I will go to the formula at the top and change the percentage to 10%. So I'll put 1.1 instead, this is 10%. It is still too small, 44 million. Let's make it 20%, 1.2. It is still small, 48 million. I think we can go for 25%, 1.25, then click enter. See here now it's almost 50 million. Okay, or we can use 24%. Let's try it. So you can use either 24% or 25% like this, and then replicate this formula for all branches. You just need to click and drag up to replicate the formula. I prefer to make this one bold. And now it's time to do printout number 7. Show the formula first. From Formulas tab, switch on this icon. Landscape, from page layout, orientation landscape. Row and column headings are displayed. From page setup, go to sheet and row and column headings options, switch it on. Then OK. The contents of the cells are fully visible. Double click each column to make it suitable for its content. Like this. And now it's time to print. Before that, go to View tab, Page Break, to check how many pages do we have? We have 2 pages. No need for the second page, so just slide this to the right. Go to normal, file, print, check that everything is okay. 1 page, your name is shown, formulas are shown, data is fully visible, row and column headings are shown, it is landscape. Click print, name it PO7. Okay, now we have the last print out for the same data that we did in print out 7, but this time we will show the values instead of the formulas. So switch off the formulas from formulas tab, then portrait orientation from page layout. Row column headings are not displayed. Contents are fully visible, so double click each column. Because I still have a space on my page, I can expand each column like this. Now do the print out. Let us check view, page break, 1 page only, so normal, file, print, everything is okay. Click print, and this time name it PO8. So you see here in my folder I have 8 printouts. Actually I printed them as PDF because I do not have a printer, but in real situation we will print hard copies to the printer and we will submit hard copies on the day of the exam. Thank you so much for watching this demonstration. See you again inshallah in the coming demonstration.